So Zach Taylor, with his job on the line, for being honest, at this moment in time, now that he found Lou, there's not many more opportunities for other people to get blamed but himself. You're not going to blame Dan Pitcher. Congratulations. Because Dan Pitcher is really just a puppet and Zach Taylor calls the offense anyway. Zach cannot put the blame on Duke because that's his higher up. So now, really, all the fingers get pointed toward Zach. And Zach vows that we're going to start the season off correctly from now on. So the last couple years, we started off the season 0-2. He claims that's not going to happen anymore. We're going to work like hell to make sure the start of the season the right way to put ourselves in great position to finish like we did. Zach, buddy. Buster. You know what I'd love for you to say in that scenario? We're going to start our starters in the preseason. I would have loved to hear that from you in that scenario. You know, listen to the fans, because we've been preaching for this for so freaking long. We've been asking for this for so freaking long. Start the starters in the preseason, and then you don't start off the season looking rusty. Like, that's really the biggest thing here, is start off the season correctly. Because you're 7-14-1 in September. And that is absolutely atrocious. And you have Joe Burrow at quarterback. Like, Jamar Chase at wide receiver. T. Higgins at the other receiver position. There is no reason in bloody hell you should be starting off the season with that record. That is an absolute joke. So, I will believe it when I see it. With Zach at this point, I don't care about anything. I care about what he says because I want him to take accountability like he always says, and not say the correct things, but just really open up and say what he feels and how he feels. But at the same time, I can't believe half the stuff he says anymore. I really can't. I love Zach. He's a great coach, I feel like, but he's just, I need to see it. I need to see it before I believe it. And that's really what this comes down to. I can't just sit here and listen to, cannon fire at this point, as they would say. I will believe it when I see it, because I don't know if Santa Claus is real, but I don't think he's Zach Taylor. And so far, it's been really just an absolute kick to the gut starting off the season 0-2 every year. And then we constantly complain, guys, please play your starters in preseason. Guys, the reason why we saw off the season, rusty is because we don't play our starters. So the first time they're playing a competitive game is not until the regular season is a problem. I mean, you have Jonah Williams, who moves to right tackle last year, and he had to go ask Frank Pollock, who obviously is now fired. He had to ask Frank Pollock if he could play the preseason. Just fathom that. He had to ask a coach, hey, I never played right tackle before in the NFL. I don't know how I'm going to do. I'm going to try my best, but can I please play preseason right tackle so I could see how well I could do? So I can get some snaps under my belt? Why does a player have to ask that? The coach should say, well, yeah, we're going to play you in the preseason. We want you to play some snaps. You never played it before. We don't want to see your first test run happen in the regular season. So in order to fix that problem, they gave him one drive in the preseason. He played one drive in one game of the preseason. We played our starters this year one drive in the preseason. Out of 3 preseason games, we played them one drive. It's almost to a point where it's kind of laughable. It's blatantly obvious. Start off the season slow and rusty. Wow, it's almost like we play one drive in the preseason every year. Even that isn't guaranteed. There's years that we don't even play one drive. Anyway, he said, it's sickening that we're not in the playoffs with an opportunity to keep this thing going. Because we finally found a lot of momentum. And so it's just on us to finish games earlier in the season. And it's on me as a head coach to make sure we come out the offseason, we come out of training camp, are ready to hit the ground running from game one. Again, preseason, Zach. It's like, I don't know how to like explain how I feel about this anymore, because it's just so frustrating. We keep saying it. Play him in the preseason. And every year, he's so hell-bent on not doing it. And every year, it's the same result. This is insanity. This is actually insanity. Doing the same thing on repeat and expecting the different results. Every year, don't play starters in preseason. Every year, get to the regular season. Our guys are slow. It's our first game in like 12 months, pretty much. And they all start off slow and sluggish. People are missing passes. Throws are kind of iffy. Defense is missing assignments. It's every single year. And it's like, it's not training camp that you need to be hitting and running. It's not because of, anything else. It's literally you have 3 preseason games that matter. Does not matter that you could be playing some of your starters throughout them. And again, you don't play your starters the whole preseason. You don't, not every single game. But what you do is the first game, you play your starters 1 quarter, okay? 1 full quarter, the first game. The second game, you play your starters a half, 1 half. The third game, you don't have to play your starters at all. You could play, you don't have to play anyone at all in the third game. But at least get those first 2 games to actually get your starters out there. Andy Reid played Mahomes last year in the preseason. He played the first game, he played 1 quarter. Second game, he played a half. Third game, he didn't play. Actually, no, I think he did actually. I think he played like a quarter in the third game. Like, Andy Reid does it. Why is every successful coach right now, Josh Allen played in the preseason? The only one who does it is the Ravens. They don't play Lamar Jackson in the preseason. But I think that's because they think he's going to get hurt. But still, though, even if you don't play your starting, let's say you don't play Joe Burrow, right? You're like, I'm not playing Joe Burrow, whatever. At least play other guys. Play somebody. You're playing guys who are going to be second, third, fourth string guys or not even going to make the roster. What is that helping your team when it comes to the season? So it's like, this is why when I hear stuff like, oh, we're going to make sure we fix it this time. This ain't happened again. It's never happened. Like, I need to see it, man. I need to see it before I believe it. I can't keep listening to this chatter fire over and over and over again and hear, oh, yeah, we're taking accountability. We're doing this. We're doing that. No, because none of that's happening. And I just keep hearing it, but I don't see it. So, Zach, you know how to fix this. It's not hard. Who day, boys? Who day?